Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense working from the pistol. Leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. We're hoping for a little more drama than we got a season ago when the Trojans obliterated the Irish.
They absolutely laid the hammer. And the Trojans, listen, this is a team that you can count on every year now. They're starting to put their name in the hat. They've always had so much prestige, tradition. End of the year, these games, they matter. Can they deliver another statement game again this year?
I think the Trojans coaching staff last year did such a good job getting their team's minds right. And the leaders in that locker room, they were really making sure that everyone's intensity was at a different level going into that game. No doubt they want to come out, blow out Notre Dame again, and keep the jeweled shillelagh in the trophy case.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's DeMarco. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
As a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? Third down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
Wide receiver shows motion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to pass on second down. He fires a bullet to the right. Touchdown, Trojans! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel...
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, USC!
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball in and ready to get moving. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two...
And the ball is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. To the ground with the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. Doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
A first down for the offense. From the gun. Got it in the middle. It's Simpson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's going to pass on second down. Fires to the tight end. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Really nice job by the defense there, expecting run on that play, making the tackle, and now giving yourself a chance to get off the field.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got him, and they convert. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. That type of big play can even make traveler perk up and take notice.
And, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Quarterback will audible.
Griffin.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, USC 21, Notre Dame 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. He wants to throw it. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
He'll just keep slinging it. Working that left side now. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to bully their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Trojans in the hurry-up. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
USC 25, Notre Dame 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than they did here, but it was still a positive game.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Looking to move it through the air. Going for the big play. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do this, the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous. Whether it was in Coliseum or whether it was in Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. The give is to Williams. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's reeled in, it's Smith. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UNLV pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The Rebels were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Wide out in motion. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Now on second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll run play action. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Good timing on the quick out. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans! Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Throws for the tight end. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Luke Rodney, Eric Parsegian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we could keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent.
Going for it all. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a catch and run for 6. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And the ball is picked off. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
The offense starts with a short field. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability to stop the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Wants to fire on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Getting some heat. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! He'll try to tack on one more. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense is ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to find his man on first down. Right down the middle. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry up. On second down, looking to throw. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Snags it over the middle. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
USC 35, Notre Dame 28.
The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Set to kick this one off.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. The inside handoff. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The play action fake. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, Because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. This crowd knows when to bring it. The give to the left. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He just got rid of the football. I'm not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. He got it. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. There's a live football. And the defense has it. They're going the other way.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. The give to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Motion from the offense. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Fires to the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense is ready to go back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And wings it incomplete.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Slips through the line. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Has the ball and ready to get moving. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They're getting this guy lathered up. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Gives it to the back on the draw. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
We got all these fancy pass plays and all these fancy formations and shifts and motions and all this stuff you make me think about as a defensive guy. And then you slip that in. Really nice job by the offense, hitting you with the draw, with the unexpected. Nice job getting a big game.
They'll give it on the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Of the third quarter of play, with the score, Notre Dame 38, USC 35.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They go to the ground. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his big tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They'll try the right side. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. He's got it again. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
At the 11-yard line.
You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete. A 3rd and long coming up here. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On 3rd down, going up top. He lets it fly. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You got to have vision on the quarterback. See it, break it, go get it. Give me that INT.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. This crowd knows when to bring it. Quick release on the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. Finds him out of the backfield. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. Quarterback checking off. They'll try to get the first through the air. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Moves around to clear up the vision. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Irish! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Miami endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Yager Stadium, and the Red Hawks came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional, and they're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat seeking missile.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but you drive off to a good start. Get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Trojans will hustle to the line. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He's got his man.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They're going to throw it again. Makes his connection. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Fast motion from the offense. On 4th down, looking for the completion. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.